Don't you know we're just starting? But you sure we got the clue how that this we go. Don't you know no more art? And as you look to the horizon, not a cloud, but then stormy weather's go too cold. Seems like it crept up out of nowhere, all around you is not what you foretold. You never see it coming. You see that my mind is too fast for eyes. You're done there, but the time is hit you, you're not surprised.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. This is DSP News, the unreliable ones. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the newsroom and welcome to the Goutopia News Network, your unreliable source for DSP News. No tagline. Well, actually, I guess the tagline for today would be, thank you guys for coming back, being that there was a video earlier this morning, and it was a little bit shorter than we were expecting, so yeah. I blame that on Diggs the intern, so he can get the blame for that one. In any case, we are back. So, will be the video at hand. We are here yet again with Snort Burnell. As you guys saw, we didn't change the layout at all from the earlier video, so you guys know. And for anybody who's catching this video, there's one this morning. It's a little bit shorter, but, you know, my apologies on that. Alright, so we're here with Snort Burnell, Dspgaming. Impossible to fill a bottomless pit. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to come with the this is going to come on the general pretense that Phil is going to constantly use his taxes, his federal taxes, business taxes, property taxes, and even his day-to-day bills, or month-to-month bills, I should say, to pull fans in to pay for them. He is essentially trying to set up the plot. He's trying to set the narrative that you guys are going to cover all my bills from now on. You guys are my income. What I make on YouTube, don't worry about that. What I make on Twitch from like ads and so on and so forth, don't worry about that. It's the donations, baby. The donations are what pay the bills now. From now on. Your donations, your cheers, your bits, and your gifted subs, as well as your regular subs, are what's paying the bills now. And that's what's going to be needed. Patreon, don't worry about Patreon. I mean, still contribute to Patreon, but don't worry about Patreon. That's none of your fucking business. You give me money on Twitch, because from now on, that's what I need. On top of that, despite the fact that people may give large cheers, doesn't mean that you guys are off the hook. You guys still need to pay me, okay? Because I need every little bit I have so I can hold on to my house until I can refinance, and then I'll be okay for a little while until, until my new bills start to come on in. Because do you really expect me to use my YouTube money or even some of my Twitch money to pay the mortgage from now on? Oh, no. No, silly piglets. No. You guys are going to pay that bill too. Basically, if you're a Phil fan, if you're a Phil supporter who's here to do some spy work or whatever the case may be, or maybe you're just here to enjoy the video, you may want to go back and tell the rest of the piglets that you guys are going to be paying for Phil for the rest of his life. Sadly, you're going to pay Phil to exist. And here's the bills, and here's when the bills come in. You might want to be ready for that. On top of that, though, I want to go ahead and give you guys a personal PSA on when he gets paid from Twitch and YouTube. Twitch, he usually gets paid on the 15th. YouTube is usually somewhere between the 10th and the 13th. So there's your timeline, give or take. I might be a little bit off about the YouTube, when he gets paid by YouTube, but I know for sure on Twitch he gets paid on the 15th. So somewhere down the line, you guys need to come up with these large amounts of money. I would say every 15 days or so. In a lot of ways, you guys have become the federal government, and Phil is now on welfare, gamer welfare, gout support, and so what are you guys going to do? You guys got to help out this down and out gamer. He's given you guys so much, and to be honest, I think it's time for you guys to pay the piper. He certainly thinks so. So that's what we're kind of in right now. Pig rush problems, I guess. Let's go ahead and get into the broadcast at hand, ladies and gentlemen, because that's why you guys are all here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is DSP News. Always late, never breaking. Unreliable coverage that you can't count on. Oh yes, a GTG Network Productions. You guys all know the slogan. I don't spend no bacon cooking, and it's time to watch me work.
Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting.
Welcome, my friends, to a world of wonder and joy. Ho, 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 ho. It's the positive stream. Ho, ho, ho. Okay, let's stop that. The fall of Adam did 100 cheers. I heard you've already raised more than needed for taxes. That is absolutely incorrect. In fact, I'm not even close yet. So fucking greedy. It's a money pit.
As I told you guys.
Before we get into his explanation, remember, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Snort Burnell, Dspgaming. Impossible to fill a bottomless money pit. Oh my. The greed is massively strong. I've got no self-control.
My initial estimate for taxes was around $16,000, and that was based on the previous estimates of how much I had made in 2017. What I need to do, which I'm actually going to do this Sunday, is figure out actually how much money I made in 2018. If I made more, that means I owe more. Now, based off of what I've raised from what Emerald 7 contributed last month, it was only, from what I have to understand, probably around $11,000 to $12,000. I'm not 100% on that yet.
I know you're lying, so I still need, at a minimum, I'm probably going to need at least another $3,000 to $4,000, but more than likely I owe even more than that because I made more money, so it's probably going to end up being like $5,000 to $6,000 more, if not more. I won't officially know until my tax guy does the taxes, which won't be done until April. Holy
now, wait a second. So let's think about what he just said there for a minute. He said that there's no way that he has all the tax money. He's only been given about $12,000, $11,000 or $12,000. He needs to spend Sunday going through to find out how much he made, and then he has to ship his paperwork off to the person who does his taxes or whatever. Why are you trying to figure out what you have to pay when you pay somebody else to do your taxes and tell you all of that for you? So what exactly do you need to do? Exactly do you need to do? Sorry about that. So that's my first question. Second question, equally as in, it's not a question, it's actually a statement, which is equally as important. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the foundation of what ended up happening last year in 2017 when he made all that money in November, he made all that money in December, and he was like, hey guys, I need you guys to continue to help me raise money because you guys were so supportive and you guys were so helpful and you were so grateful or gracious or generous coming through for me in November, December of 2017 that my taxes went up, you know, because the amount of money I made that you guys gave me made up for my federal, and you know, my overall income went up. So now I need to pay more money in taxes to compensate for the money that you guys were so, you know, generous to give me. So essentially Phil was basically like, thank you guys for giving me the money that I begged for, but then fuck you guys because now my fuck you guys because my income went up, in turn my taxes went up. But then he was like, now I need you guys to give me money. I need you guys to give me more money to compensate for the taxes, for my taxes going up because they were higher than expected. That, ladies, and what did I tell you guys then? It was myself. I know James the Lesser said it too. I know James the Lesser said it too because I had conversations about him, with him about this. So did Jackal's Lair. Is that now that this is what the vortex is, so to speak, this is what he's going to pull every year. So now, at the end of the year, I was also talking to G Money about that and whatnot, which I can't wait to get him, be able to start talking to him too. Because it's funny, because me and Agent Proper, our shows are going to actually have a similar name, so that should be cool. Looking forward to that. So it's funny how that was going to be the vortex moving forward. Every year he was going to expect a large amount of money at the end of the year, and then the fan base would give it to him, at least that's his thoughts, and then you guys have to give me even more money in January, February of the following year to cover the increase in income, and that's how it's going to be over and over and over. His taxes are the new lick. It's not about saving the business anymore. It's not just about saving the house. It's about help me with these taxes. That's what the scheme was. I had called that last year. A lot of us did. And now look, now you're seeing it being implemented in real time. And he'll never be able to get out from under it. So it basically traps people in. The problem is if we jump forward to 2018, poor planning. Poor planning resulted in poor performance. And now now that his expectations weren't met, now he has to figure out what the hell he's going to do in 2019. Because remember, 2017 was unexpected. 2018 it was expected and didn't come through. 2019 he's in limbo. But if you're a DSP fan or supporter, this is what your future is. Imagine that. DSP News.
Shit. Relax. Some people just can't control themselves. This kind of shit needs to come out. This kind of shit needs to be exposed for what it is. It's greed. It's greed. Greed is massively strong. I have no fucking self-control.
So basically any of this extra money that I got from Mrhuth7's gifted subs last month will go towards taxes when I get it, and then I gotta see what else I owe, which I don't know yet. But no, by no calculation whatsoever have I made all the money. At all. And anyone who says that is completely full of shit, and are probably being disingenuous saying something like that on the stream, because you're trying to make people feel that I'm good, when in reality I'm not. And that's fucked up. So, follow Adam, you're a dick. How about that? Okay.
First off, whoa. Fuck you. First things first. Nothing against, I don't know Fall of Adam or anything, but I have to step in on this one. The dude asked you a question. And you yourself even acknowledge that there must be something, if someone said anything that was misinforming in the chat, then that would spread, basically, that would be false information. But yet you're going to still call this guy out, even though he was being fed false information off of a question, which you were extremely vague about and didn't really come through with anything on. Huh? And then, idiot, he's probably going to be one of the people to give you money, and you've already shut him down and give him a reason to be like, well, fuck you too, Phil. The fuck is wrong with you? How do you expect to ever get any headweight like this? I mean, are you a fucking moron? Jesus Christ. Like, and the thing is, right, to give you guys a little bit more clarification, at least in the way I'm seeing it, is this idiot right here acts like if I lose one or two people who are going to basically give misinformation, no big deal. But the problem is you're not replenishing the very people you're banning or you're getting rid of. So then how the hell are you ever going to make any headway? Hence the reason why your streams get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Hence the reason why Tevin streams, for example, is doing extremely well. I saw Lightside Bill streaming the other night when Tevin was streaming. Tevin had like 1,500. Lightside Bill broke 200. So Lightside Bill is making headway. You know what I'm saying? Tevin is continuing to increase his viewership, and you, who used to be able to get 3 or 4 or 500 people, now you're kind of floating around that 270, 280 mark. You're not necessarily hitting 500 no more. 470, 480. You're not necessarily hitting that 500 anymore. And then at night it's even worse. You're not even hitting 3 at times. You're a fucking moron. You're a fucking moron. Now here's the next thing. You said that you're nowhere near it, yada yada yada. If it wasn't for Mrhuth7, where would you be at? Think about that. If Mrhuth7 never showed up with that 12 grand, where would you be at? Absolutely silly.
Such a two-faced fat piece of shit. He pisses me off. Like, I seriously hate people like that are so fucking dishonest and two-faced and will do anything to make a fucking nickel. He's disgusting.
Well, shout out to Android. who cheered. He said, all the people on Twitter keep nonstop saying that you have gotten $12,100 from those subs. They calculated it out. Is it true? Can you put this to bed, please, once and for all? It's like I said, I don't know. I don't know how to even figure that out. I won't know until I get paid in February. Then I'll know for sure what it was. I don't even know where that breaks down or whatever. So, but that sounds about right. Okay, it does, honestly, that sounds about right. The problem is I don't actually know what I owe. So, Android says, I find it refreshing how transparent you are compared to other streamers.
Now, look at this for a minute, because I've always wondered why that is. Okay, imagine if you had to scratch your chin, right? You would merely bring your hand up to your chin and scratch it. Now, as you know, Phil's scratching a bald spot that he has there, and that's exactly what that is. Why do you need to have your elbow in line with your chin to scratch like that? Like, what is this? And he always does that. I've never seen a different variation than that. Like, why can't you just bring your hand just straight up and just scratch? Why is it always got to be like this? It's weird. It's weird. It's like if you think about it, I mean, it's basically him making an L. Kinda. I mean, the L is facing the wrong way. And his head looks like just a giant pale bowling ball. Oh my god, but what the hell are you doing? Like, does he not have like proper like motion in his arm and shoulder or something? Or what is that? No. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to. I need to bring y'all in. You guys gotta see this shit. Look at this. Look at this. Is this really necessary? Like, this is a whole extension of the shoulder that's not even needed. Like, look at this. And then right here, this is supposed to be his hand. It looks like a hoof. I used to joke about that shit. I still do joke about it. But it looks like a hoof. Alright, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. But that's exactly what that looks like. Amazing. Alright, let's continue.
Hope you get the full tax money you need. You deserve it. Thank you, Android. I hope so, because if not, I'm screwed. I mean, the thing is, I raised a good chunk of money, which is great. Emerald 7 really did help me out. And I know I'm going to need more. And I'm hoping when I have a better idea, I can tell everyone. Maybe we can raise even more.
Oh my god. Disgusting beggar.
If I can raise all of it, that'd be amazing. Because in this year, I could just focus on this year again and not be behind. But what I'm worried about is I'm going to be behind. And then not only have, like, back payments I have to pay the government, but now, of course, again, I won't be able to pay my taxes again. And it's just going to keep doing the same thing. Like I told you guys, my goal here is, within 2 to 3 years, refinance the house. If I can't do it this year, then next year. If not next year, the year after. It's going to work eventually, because the house value keeps going up.
But the thing is, right, as he puts his little hand up there like that, his little hoof, is no matter what, even after he refinances the house, he's still going to need financial support. He's still going to need you guys to come through financially. He's going to. We all know this. And to be honest with you, him dragging this out, dragging out this fact that, oh, I need to refinance my house for another 3 or 4 years works for him, because that means that's more money he's paying into the house. So when it's time to refinance, there's more that he can take out. You see what the scheme is? You guys starting to catch? I know you guys are starting to catch what I'm throwing down. If you're a DSP fan, you might not yet, but you will. You're going to learn today. Or you're going to learn this year. That's for sure. You're going to learn.
Income is at least staying the same, if not going up, which is a good thing. And I'm paying off my debts. Like, for example, the mortgage in Connecticut, you know, now I'm in the second 10 years of it, heading into the second 10 years this year. And once you do that, you start to pay off way more of the balance and principal rather than the fucking interest. Like, just basically the first 10 years of my mortgage in Connecticut was just fucking interest, which is a ripoff, of course, but what can you do? So, what I'm hoping is the next, 2-3 years, maybe can I finally pay down the mortgage in Connecticut enough to sell that place? I don't know, but basically if I can get through this tax issue this year, and I can maintain what I'm doing for like at least another 1 to 2 years, I should be able to refinance, and then everything's going to be better. The refinance will fix everything. But I need to be able to do it, and I can't right now. It sucks.
He'll incur new debt between now and then. I'm slowly but surely kind of explaining and whatnot and pointing out, if nothing else, why he's never going to get out of this circle. He's just going to incur more debt over the next 2 years.
That's all just white noise. You know what I mean? It's just white noise.
Booing Boom Choppers, it says he's afraid that Emerald Summon will somehow charge everything back. There's no way to charge this back.
I'm good at lying.
Really?
Let me put it this way, Tutankhamun. How about this? If
we confirm that everything is legit, which sounds
Now, this example right here is a good one, but it's not the only one that Snort Burnell presents. There is another example of someone that sometimes when he goes and checks for tips and whatnot, that they don't go through, that they've been charged back and whatnot. And he's like, sometimes someone will make a donation, I'll take a look and it's not there. And they'll say, oh, the bank didn't accept it or yada, 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 yada. So there's a bunch of examples of Phil saying that chargebacks happen. And there are a few examples of him admitting that, oh, the charge didn't go through, so I didn't get it. Or yada, 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 yada. He's taken his L's before. But yet, what is the lore currently? What is the Lord of... No, he's not the Lord of Goutopia. I run Goutopia. But what is it that our piggy says when it comes to all chargebacks? Oh, I've won every single one of them. I've never been beaten. Yada, 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 yada. And now that he says that, it makes me question that whole situation with Mort. If you guys remember that, that was not too long after... I think it was not too long after Panda left and whatnot. He was doing all those $2 donations for like 2 or 3 months, and then he charged it all back. Came up to about $200, $250, maybe a little more, a little less. I'm starting to wonder how much of that how many of those did he win? If he won any of them, or if he won all of them.
2 months. If we can confirm everything is legit, and you contact me in 2 months, then I will send you a shirt, absolutely. But I can't. I'm not just going to send you a shirt when we have no guarantee of what's going on is legit. Because remember, there may be a chargeback. Like, what if Twitch figures out, oh, this was a fraud, right? Then they might charge it back, and then none of this will count.
It'd be one thing if it was tipped or something via PayPal, where there's a 6-month time where you can like dispute it. I'm telling you, you can't. Once it's through, it's through. There's no way that you can get stuff back from Twitch like that. It's all non-refundable. The only way that they could do it is, like, if there's concrete evidence that someone actually stole a credit card, and then someone noticed, you know, a week later the credit card was stolen. But this guy, you know, for a week did all this. This was weeks ago, by the way. And it was what? Think about how many gifted subs it was, right? And if you really think about the amount, it probably was in excess of, like, you know, $15,000 on a credit card. Someone would have figured that out by now if it was a stolen credit card. You know what I mean? And filed it and everything. So I'm good.
Whoa. You said 15,000? I don't remember Tut giving away that much money. I mean, I know he gave away quite a bit of money. Don't get it twisted. But 15 grand? God damn. Can anybody confirm that? That's what I'm gonna have to talk to James Lesser. Or if James, if you end up watching the video, you'll leave a comment down below. I trust in your judgment. Or Agent Proper. 15 grand? Jesus Christ. I'm sure someone will confirm it. But goddamn, 15,000? I don't remember that. I really don't. That's a ridiculous amount of money. All right, I'm gonna have to look into that. I'll take a look and we'll see what comes out of that. 15 grand. I really want to say that he meant 1,500, but you know, I mean, sorry, I want to say 1,500, but I don't know, Phil. Or at least I want to think. I want to say that's what he really meant. I don't know.
Oh my god! That's great. Oh my god!
You know, what's his name? Tutankhamun claimed that he tried to charge back all the subs that he gave me, and he didn't get a single one back.
There's no way you could just lie, and never have a fact behind it, and expect this story to hold.
So, I'm not worried about that whatsoever. I'm not. I'm just worried about what I still got to go. Plus, you know, unlike Tutankhamun, Emerald 7 has showed absolutely no signs whatsoever that he was trolling or anything. He wasn't trying to take control of my fucking streams and be a dick and be the center of attention. He was a really genuinely nice guy.
King Tut wasn't trying to take control of your streams either. You're the one who let him have control. You smacked bitch wagons off to the side and shit and whatnot out of her Empress chair. You sat your little piggy ass there, and then Tut sat on the throne. You're the one who basically tried to essentially accustom all of your streams, well, most of your streams, around him. You're the one who sound like some thirsty bitch in your chat saying, "Oh, I hope King Tut shows up today for Street Fighter 5. Can't wait. Hope he pops up because I'm gonna play Street Fighter 5 tonight for him." Damn, Phil, you were gonna put on your nice little teddy for him too? You had a bottle of wine waiting for him? You're gonna throw down roses on the floor? I mean, shit. I mean, damn, I would have thought you would at least serve up Cat first before you serve yourself up, but hey, whatever you're into, it is what it is. So, do what you do. But you're the one who gave Tut all that power. It's not like Tut came in and was like, this is mine, and just took it. You gave him all that power because you liked the money that was coming in. He was, at the time, Phil was, actually, now that I think about it, maybe in all together in Tut's time there, that 2 months, maybe Tut did give about $15,000 worth of shit to him. Which is a ridiculous. Then if you break that, if you think about that, ladies and gentlemen, right? That means Phil, just off of 2 whales, he took home what? $28,000? Give or take? Jesus Christ. He took over he took home almost $28,000. You know what I mean? Just off Twitch, just off 2 whales alone in 2018. That's fucking insane. And yet he still cries broke. He still cries, I need more money. Wow. I'm glad I thought about that. Wow, that's fucking insane. Fucking insane. Alright, let's continue. DSP News.
So I'm not really worried about it.
Now, I'll be honest with all of you. When Tutankhamun came along, it was kind of like a godsend. And then Tutankhamun basically ruined everything. And basically, the final email, he's like, I want all my money back. And I'm like, you're not getting any money back. This fucker tried to steal money from me. It's like I told you guys, what I'm nervous about right now is I don't want the Tutankhamun effect to happen. And what I mean by that is during the summer, this guy Tutankhamun came to my streams and gave me a lot of support. Cheers, subs, tips, everything. Like tons of support. But what ended up happening was everyone else said, oh, well, Phil has enough support. He doesn't need it. And for 2 months, everyone else's contributions were way low. Mr. Tutankhamun, all right, is a complete dog-faced liar. Everything he's ever said was dishonest and horseshit. He lied to everyone about everything. He claims he got all his money back. He did not. All that money that he ever put towards anything, whether it was cheering, subbing, or tipping, everyone should have been able to keep at least. In regards to the tips, he tried to charge me back for over $1,000 in tips. I got them all. I went to PayPal. I explained the situation. I said I have hard evidence. I have emails that I talked to.
Okay, so gifted subs, some people may have kept them. They should have been able to keep them. You're not sure about that. What you're saying is that all your tips you got to keep. So basically, you are lying. You are lying that when Tut said he came in, he got everything back that he gave and whatnot. You're saying now, oh, well, we should have been able to keep all the gifted subs. I don't care about that. But I got all my tips. I kept all those. So now, how much are people supposed to believe? How much are people supposed to believe and how much shouldn't they? And that's what I'm saying. This is the thing that holds Phil back, is that he lies about everything. So you don't know you have no clue what's truthful and what isn't. And how much, it's really true and what's not. Because Phil's the type of idiot to tell you the truth in one sentence and lie in another, and then tell you the truth in the third sentence. He's good for that. I don't know. Let's continue.
This guy, I could show you stream logs of where he's been. I could show you all this evidence. And they said, we don't even need that. So, we believe you. And I kept the money. So no matter what he says, he's a fucking liar. And the good news is I made out in that situation. And if I look down at the stream chat and everything is tut, 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 it's going to be ban, 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 ban. And then we're going to continue on like normal fucking humans and not idiots.
Humanoma, I'm not going to do a collaboration with Wings. I've said a million times. The guy claimed he wanted to do a collaboration with me last year and kept telling people he sent me emails. He never sent me. He outright lied. He's like, oh, I sent Phil his emails. He didn't respond. He never sent me anything. He's full of crap. Because all my emails are public and I check my spam and everything. The guy never did. So I get the feeling the guy is one of those people, just like when he wanted me on his podcast, and I told him I was sick, but I was
okay. So Wings actually recently talked about that, and he did say, or he did admit it, I should say, that he didn't actually email DSP back. He never ended up doing it. I can't remember what his excuse was for it, but he did He never did actually email DSP back and let him know about the situation. I can't remember what his reason was for it, but he just didn't do it. So there's that. Now, he's about to get into this thing about the podcast. I do remember that one. And because that was in, I think that was in Secret Life of DSP's 2016, worst of 2016 or 2017. I think the 2017 is the one that's really, really popular. So maybe it's DSP's worst of 2016, where Phil says that he couldn't do it because he was really sick, this, that, and the third. But then Phil has videos that he recorded on the very day he was supposed to go to the podcast. So, and whatnot, and he was talking about rescheduling and this, that, and the third, yada, yada, yada. So, there's that. So, he's right about Wings not emailing him, but he's lying about the podcast situation, about how Wings lied on him. Wings didn't. Or at least from what I've seen.
He's like, okay, I'll tell you when it is. Then he never told me when it was. Then did a podcast and proceeded to talk shit about how I basically flaked on him, when in reality I was sick and told him I would do it, and he never contacted me. So I get the feeling this is one of those guys that he's like trying to create drama for himself or whatever by doing that kind of shit. So I have no interest in doing anything with that guy. Seriously, like, if he was serious about it, it would have happened already. The guy obviously just likes to do it to try to get attention for himself. So, whatever. I'm not dealing with that shit. I'm not. I have enough drama in my fucking life without dealing with someone like that. Gonna say that I did stuff that I didn't do and shit. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I sent him all these emails. No, you didn't. You're a blatant liar. You're just being a dick to try to get attention, man.
Whining, complaining. Okay.
Plus, I definitely get the feeling if I did anything, it would just bring more drama and nonsense. And the bottom line is, I like how my streams are right now. They become a lot more chill, a lot more fun. We've got a lot of that element out of here, that drama element, and I don't like it. So I don't want to bring that in just because I'm streaming with some guy who apparently is all about that stupid shit. I don't want to bring that into my content. Just being honest, I've been there, done that, and I'm so far beyond it.
No.
I'm not going back there just for the sake of a couple quick bucks or a couple quick views. So fuck all that shit.
Sorry, I don't need your quarters.
Derek says King Jezel. Dude, King Jezel? Alright. King Jezel was one of my biggest fans and viewers and contributors. Then, a year ago, as you guys who have been around for a while know, a bunch of loonies decided, oh, we don't like one of Phil's mods, so what we're going to do is hold Phil accountable for the actions of his mods outside of his own stream. How does it make any sense, right?
My girlfriend, it's Darth Radovan Viking with a wig.
So I guess the guy, one of my mods was threatening people on you know, their website or whatever, on a Detractor website, and so they said,
Alright, so what he's referring to here, I know some of you might remember it, but this is when Brightside Viking went to war with Kiwi Farms and whatnot. That was the Blood Moon situation.
hack people in Phil's forums, which they didn't. They didn't hack anyone.
Fuck you. You're a liar.
All they did is they basically looked at for public information. Like, if someone on my forums had a social media account that was public, they would go troll the social media account. They would try to find information and dox them. You know, basically people being very, very unsafe and putting out their personal information on Facebook and shit like that. They would find it and dox them, post up their stuff. This person lives in this state, and here's where they work, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, because it was all public information. They thought no one would ever care about it, I guess, so they were careless. So anyway, during this whole time, King
Yeah,
Jackal,
I agree with Snort Burnell. That sounds like, not to say you couldn't go that route. I'm just saying it sounds like bullshit. It sounds like Phil's forums were compromised, and he even admits it. And now he's changing the story again. So that's what happened there. And the thing is he ended up ousting Brightside Viking after the fact, or Vidal. He ended up ousting him afterwards anyway, for no reason. He did it because he thought Twitch was gonna end up kicking him off, and they ended up not doing it anyway. Phil's just an idiot. He's an absolute fucking idiot. You know what I mean? And he should have just taken the L. And he wouldn't do it until after the fact. And then this is him trying to stay face. Like, no one cares. Your fucking forums are dead anyway. Your forums are fucking dead. It's probably not even worth the money of running it, if ever. He might as well just, he needs to just let it go. But he doesn't want to, though. And I've been thinking about that. I was talking to somebody on Twitter about that. He doesn't want to let the King of Hate forums go. What does it cost? I don't know, a couple $100 a month, or I think it's a couple $100 a year to run it. I don't know. It's really outdated. But and that's why the security's so bad, for one. But he doesn't want to let it go because he doesn't want a detractor or someone to get their hands on it. it actually turned it into something and whatnot. So please believe, Phil. Go ahead and keep it. Go ahead and keep your little forums, because Lord knows you'd want. It would be a shame if me and like, oh, I don't know, like 10 other people off Twitter decided to go ahead and buy it, and then go ahead and turn that into our new little hotspot after we revamp it, of course. Like, all that shit needs to get cleaned the fuck up and whatnot. He don't want that. He don't want that. And you definitely don't want us to know how much control you had behind the scenes of all that bullshit. So, yeah, that might not be the best idea. Secondly, isn't Swaggins, doesn't Swaggins Google people's names to find out who people are and whatnot? I remember a detractor recently, it may have been LipJan, I think. Like, it might have been LipJan, got found out because Swaggins Googled his name and found him on Twitter or some shit, and then banned him. So, let's be honest. Let's be honest, Phil. It's not like you don't play dirty.
Freaked out.
Shouts out to LipJan, by the way. For real, for real. Like I said, you should definitely follow LipJan on Twitter.
I can't have this happen to me, and disappeared and never came back. And apparently now he watches other streamers and shit, even though I never did anything negative. I never got anyone in trouble. My forums never got hacked. I did nothing wrong.
I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct.
Your forum never got hacked, so he left off the basis of paranoia. Wow. What? He's so sad with this. Like, dude just randomly left on his own accord. All right.
And lost his mind and never came back. Okay, I mean, it's his own choice to do that. You know what I mean? But it doesn't make any logical sense what he did. Like, it's kind of like he blamed me for the actions of a bunch of fucking, like, sociopaths. Like, I have anything to do with it when I don't. Nothing that I did would have made them or not make them do that stuff. You know what I mean? If they're gonna do that and be nasty to people and fuck people over and dox people, they're just gonna do it. There's nothing. It wasn't even me. Well, I wasn't even the reason why they did it. They were doing it because they didn't like one of the moderators.
Whoa.
So it didn't even make any sense.
No, they gave you an. Oh no. They gave you an ultimatum to oust Brightside Viking because Brightside Viking went over there and was threatening dudes and their families and shit. They told you disavow or to go ahead and excommunicate Brightside Viking, and then everything stops. You didn't want to do that. You said you're not going to acknowledge it. Fuck them. You weren't worried. And then people started falling like flies. And shit. Because people have screenshots of what you, I think KG and a couple other people were saying on the forums about no one is going to be exposed, none of this, none of that. And then when the first couple of people got hit, then all of a sudden motherfuckers are like, you guys told us we were safe. You guys told us we were safe. I remember that. I can't remember who said it, but that guy was mad. He's like, you told us we were safe, man. You told us we were safe. Nope. Oh, that was an interesting time. That was an interesting time. Dspnews.
Sense that you would hold it against me or whatever, but he did. So figure that one out.
Sometimes Phil would insult other people or get into this really defensive mode where he would attack and just be very negative and toxic.
Yeah, Poopster, exactly. Some people, sadly, they think that, like, every single person who watches me, somehow I'm responsible for their content. Like, how am I supposed to make sure that every person that's a mod of mine, that every person who watches my content isn't doing other bad things? I have nothing to do with that. I have nothing to do with your life outside of my stream, you know what I mean? But yet some people are like, oh, hold it. Phil should be accountable. How? That doesn't make any fucking sense. That's the rantings of a crazy idiot, you know? Saying stupid shit like that. But, you know what I can do about it? Dumb, crazy people will be dumb, crazy people, you know?
Oh, Phil actually is a really toxic person, so we're just gonna keep saying, why am I toxic? Because it's a meme. Yep, I'm toxic.
Alright, so I think that's it. Let me sleep. That is it for this session of Minecraft, everyone. Pretty productive session, right? Nice.
How's the gout, Phil?
Oh my god, here's another one. How's the gout, Phil? Another idiot. This is great.
How's that gout?
How's that gout? Who was it? Hold on, now I have to freaking manually mute everyone.
How's that Seattle air, Phil?
Yes, I want to play a game, yes.
Alright,
Yes.
you will. Don't worry, you will. I just gotta find out who this idiot is now. Say it again. No, say it again. Say, how's that gout? Go ahead.
How's that Seattle Lair?
Come on, say it again. I mean, you're so dumb. I know you'll say it again. Say it. Say, how's that gout? Come on.
So with the gout, how's your daughter? With the gout.
He's still saying it. How's the gout? How's the gout? How's the gout? Oh, parent, how's the gout? Give me a cracker. Wow. What pasta do you prefer? I prefer a penne. Oh! Easy to eat. Oh! Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar. Phil's a racist. Phil's a scammer. DSP's a pedophile. DSP is a thief. DSP is a greedy fuck.
This guy's a bitch.
I have a micro penis.
Oh, we were close. Don't worry, we'll we'll catch it right before the pillow hits his face one of these days. So that was kind of a nice trip down memory lane. Earlier today we got a bit of a throwback with the whole John Howard situation. Sorry, and in this one we got a throwback to Blood for the Blood God, or the Great Bloodletting, with Brightside Viking and Kiwi Farms. So that was kind of nice. And the interesting thing is, right, is even though Brightside Viking was eventually screwed over by Phil, at least that's the thought. The Brightside Viking has, and other people, believe that Phil ratted him out to Twitch to save his own ass. Hence the reason why Brightside Viking is banned off Twitch. But he found himself a permanent residence in on Kiwi Farms now. So it was like Brightside Viking did what he had to do, or worked it out, and so on and so forth. I mean, threatening another person in their family, I don't think there's any coming back from that, or you wouldn't think, but he somehow worked it out. So there you go. And as you guys know, the story of Pig Roach never did anything wrong, yada yada yada. One of his mods lost his mind and went over there and did such and such. It continues to roll on. And then the King Jezel situation. you told us we were safe. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's been like I said, sorry about the early broadcast being so short, but this one right here I think will make up for it, at least I hope. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Ladies and gentlemen, this is DSP News, always late, never breaking, unreliable coverage that you can't count on. Oh yes, a GTG Network Productions. I am your host /anchor GTG, and I'm signing off. Have a good rest of your day, you guys. End the broadcast.